My back hurts tremendously. And it makes it very difficult to do what I need to do now, which is very scary for me because I live alone. And the struggle I'm having is starting to stop me from taking care of myself.
Ashley feels like she's on borrowed time, every moment a risk. She's just 24, living alone, making every step a gamble. If she trips and falls, there's absolutely no one to help her up. The sheer panic of that isolation must be crushing. Yet, even with this terrifying reality hanging over her, she simply cannot stop eating. It's a desperate, dangerous cycle.
My struggles in life, no matter if it's sadness, depression, being bored, being by myself, any of those things will trigger me to go eat so that I make myself feel better. Because when I eat, I feel complete joy.
The good news is Ashley can easily get her own food. The bad news? Well, precisely that. She can get her own food. This means there's nothing to slow down her huge portions. She just keeps going back for more. But her size isn't just about endless eating. She also got involved with someone called a feedie, who encouraged her dangerous weight gain. This connection deepened her destructive habits.
Relationships with people who don't know it's me. And doing that, has become an addiction for me. But food and eating has always been my main addiction. So I was able to finish high school.
Ashley is incredibly alone in this world, struggling day after day. After barely finishing some leftovers in the morning, she's immediately on her phone, ordering a second breakfast without a thought. Why wouldn't she? There's no one there to question her choices or stop her. This unchecked behavior is a symptom of deeper issues. And there's one more hidden truth about Ashley that most people don't know yet.
So we got together really briefly, but he was an extremely abusive person, and he would hit me and tell me things like, "You're not going anywhere, you're so fat, no one's gonna..."
Ashley is buried under a mountain of personal problems, and she desperately wants to dig herself out. But first, she absolutely has to fix her food addiction, which controls every aspect of her life. So she decides to seek out Dr. Now, seeing him as her last real hope. What will Dr. Now make of her massive weight? Let's see his reaction.
And I've been working really hard to get that as low as I can in preparation of this day and meeting Dr. Now to increase my chances of being his patient on this program.
Okay, Ashley isn't your typical Dr. Now patient. For starters, she weighs less than 600 pounds, which in her mind means only one thing. Dr. Now will immediately approve her for weight loss surgery. She's convinced it's a done deal. But Dr. Now often has a very different take on things, and he might have something completely unexpected to say about that.
But my grandma passed away, so I went through depression. And so I kind of lost it because of the depression. I wasn't really eating and anything. I was just in a dark place.
This case already seems like it should be easy for Dr. Now. Ashley has already shown she can lose weight, dropping an impressive 150 pounds before. That's a huge positive sign. So, will she really be able to stick to the strict diet this time? Dr. Now believes there's a good chance she will, but he still has some serious doubts and concerns lingering in his mind.
It doesn't add up or make much sense. And her behavior also indicates she's not being completely truthful to me about everything.
So the path is simple. Follow the diet and shed the pounds. This should be straightforward enough for Ashley, especially since she keeps insisting she's lost so much weight in the past. She sounds confident, almost too confident. But Ashley also has some worries and questions about Dr. Now himself, which could complicate things going forward.
But no matter how negative he was, I was very respectful to him, to show him how serious I am about doing this. And the progress I've made lets me know that
losing just 20 pounds in a single month should be incredibly easy. That's exactly what Dr. Now thinks. And surprisingly, that's what Ashley believes too. They are both in agreement on this seemingly simple goal. But as anyone who watches these stories knows all too well, things are never, ever as easy or straightforward as we first believe.
given was to lose 20 pounds. So I should be at 466 for that. Yeah.
Dr. Now still isn't convinced Ashley is truly following all his strict rules because her weight shows she should have lost far more. It looks like she's still eating up to 5,000 calories every day, a massive intake. So Dr. Now sends her home with a new, tougher goal: lose 40 pounds in just 2 months. How will she possibly cope with that demand?
Controlling portion size. So I can afford some things. It's okay, it's not a lot. And if I make an exception and treat myself because of my progress.
Wait, she claims she's sticking to the diet and learning portion control by eating a whole pizza? That's her idea of progress? She insists this was just one cheat day, a minor slip-up. But the only real way to know if she's being honest and actually trying is to check the cold, hard numbers on the scale. And here is exactly what it reveals.
Appointment, I was at 476, and Dr. Now wanted me to lose another 40 pounds. So to have that done means I have a number lower than 436.
Respect how hard you're supposedly working when you've only managed to lose 2 pathetic pounds in 2 whole months? It's almost impossible to believe Dr. Now would actually respect that level of effort. But hey, stranger things have happened on this show. We need to see how he reacts to this incredibly meager progress.
I've been doing the diet like you told me. I've really been I cut off all the soda, no more soda. They got rid of everything for me.
Ashley firmly believes either Dr. Now is wrong or the scale itself is wrong. What she's absolutely sure about, though, is that she isn't wrong, period. That's her final word on the matter. That's a truly baffling way of thinking, and it's highly unlikely to convince Dr. Now of anything at all. He demands results, not strange logic.
Do this if you're not gonna try and lose weight.
I want to get weight loss surgery and lose the weight and just be more healthier.
So you want to have weight loss surgery?
Exactly. Dr. Now is effortlessly poking massive holes in every single one of her flimsy excuses. What Ashley is saying just makes zero sense. She doesn't want Dr. Now's clinic to even draw her blood, but she expects to get life-saving surgery? In what delusional world does that make any sense? And yes, believe it or not, it gets even worse from here.
None taken, but we see a little bit disconnect in here, okay? If we are not able to do your workup, we're not able to get your blood.
And that look on her face, you can just see it building up. You know exactly what's about to explode. Dr. Now always suspected that Ashley had some deep-seated behavioral problems she needed to finally work through. Now, he's about to witness them firsthand, a raw and intense display of her inner turmoil.
How do you think weight loss surgery is going to help you?
It'll help me in so many ways. It'll help me to get more healthier. It'll help me with, losing the weight.
Dr. Now is trying incredibly hard to explain things clearly and calmly, but it's just not getting through to her. It's either she genuinely isn't understanding what he's saying, or she simply cannot or will not take any responsibility for eating such massive amounts of food. And then she reaches her absolute breaking point, going into a full meltdown.
I get that you think that, but it's not reality. So no matter what you say to me, if you don't lose weight, then that's an issue.
Wow, that was an incredibly extreme reaction just from Dr. Now telling her to stop lying to herself. The outburst was shocking, but it doesn't even end there, because Ashley goes so far as to threaten violence. This appointment has completely spiraled out of control into a full-blown confrontation.
I would take a couple deep breaths.
No, I'm done. At the end of the day, I've been coming there no, I'm up here wasting my money coming to this appointment. I've been at work all I got too much going on, and he's not gonna talk to me like that.
She is clearly furious with Dr. Now at this point, trembling with pure rage. But somehow, against all odds, she managed to calm herself down enough and actually walked back into the clinic to face Dr. Now again. It's a surprising turn of events. Here is how that tense follow-up meeting between them unfolds.
Then that's not gonna work. You think that's okay?
For real?
So this is a process that we grill everybody.
For Dr. Now, the situation is super clear and simple. If she doesn't trust him, if she won't follow his medical advice, then he absolutely cannot perform surgery on her. It's a non-negotiable rule. At the end of the day, Dr. Now gives her one last chance, setting another clear weight loss target. Does she finally meet it this time?
Wait since you started the program, and so that's the issue right now.
But I lost almost 20 pounds total, so I made it to your goal.
So she had been lying this entire time. She was never truly at 630 pounds, and she has actually lost absolutely zero weight since 3 years ago. Dr. Now's suspicions were correct all along. Ashley, tragically, does not get her weight loss surgery in the end. Her own dishonesty completely ruined her last chance at a healthy life.
It's in battle because of the medical issues that I have. I have congestive heart failure. I'm in advanced stages of diabetes.
Entreon just can't believe his life is like this now. Everything hurts. Moving, breathing, it's all a painful reminder of how bad things are. The worst part? He's supposed to be the one taking care of his wife and mom, but now they're doing everything for him. It's totally flipped. Even taking a shower is a nightmare. He must feel so ashamed.
Standing up for about 5 minutes, and I have slipped and fallen in the tub before. So I try to take as much measures to prevent a fall as much as possible and not to overdo it.
Can you imagine a shower being the hardest thing Entreon has to do all day? The huge effort to just stand up, lift his arms, just be in the water. And after that super tough shower, he needs his giant breakfast, and someone has to bring it to him. It's not just about the food. It's about him not being able to do anything for himself. He's stuck, and it's killing him.
My relationship with food is definitely a very unhealthy relationship. But with all my health issues and just the pain that it takes for me to do.
But life doesn't wait around for anyone, especially for a guy who's slowly killing himself. Ontreon knows if he doesn't fix things fast, he might die. That thought must hit him hard. Good thing he's not having his usual huge breakfast today, but he's still not happy about it. That fight inside him is clear, but how did he even get to this point?
4 days. At first, my size worked in my favor. Being big helped intimidate customers who came to steal things. And that's when I started to have health issues of my own.
Doctors turned Entreon away, telling him his best bet was just to wait to die. Can you imagine hearing that? But somehow, he didn't give up. He found something else, a tiny spark of hope in the darkness. He found God, or at least he found a desperate belief in something bigger than himself.
It was like God was saying, I got you. So the fact that I'm still here, it's only because of God's grace.
Now, even his wife thinks he'll never lose the weight. They've been together for 2 years, and he's fatter than ever, proof that his promises have been broken. The disappointment in her eyes must hurt him more than any hunger, but he still has hope. Entreon thinks doctor now can help him. That's his last chance. But first, what does he really weigh?
My only hope is that my weight hasn't gotten so far out of control that doctor now won't even agree to help me. I'm just hoping that I'm in the 600.
Your weight is 702.
It looks like Entreon isn't taking any of this seriously. 702 pounds is an insane amount, a weight that should scare him into action. It's a miracle he's even awake. If he thinks only fast food made him this heavy, then he's got another thing coming, a harsh reality check. But hold on, because it gets even worse from here.
Let me ask you this. What is your goal right now in your life?
My main goal is to... I started studying in the School of Ministry. So at some point, I do want to...
That's right. So many patients say a lot of things they never follow through on. Dr. Now has heard all the excuses before, the blame games. He's starting to think Entreon is just another one of those who talk big but never act on it. Another dreamer without the guts to fight. Let's see what Entreon thinks, if he even gets how serious this is.
I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do different, but I know that there's something that has to change. I'm gonna have to give up at least the fast foods and the sweets.
For Dr. Now, the goal is simple, crystal clear. Entreon needs to actually start losing weight and take control of his own life. But for some reason, his wife is the only one who cares. You can feel her desperation. She even cried, a quiet plea, showing how much pain his inaction is causing her. Doesn't he see that?
Yeah. But you got to be serious about this.
Yeah, no.
It's up to you now.
It's really up to you.
Now, the doctor gives Entreon a simple task, a lifeline. Lose 80 pounds in 2 months. Dr. Now says that's just the minimum, and he should be able to lose even more. The path is clear. The stakes couldn't be higher. Does Entreon lose the weight? Does he grab this chance? Let's see if he finally chooses to live.
Doctor's appointment, I weighed in at 702 pounds. Dr. Now told me to lose 80 pounds in 2 months.
He's so far from the goal that Dr. Now isn't even trying to be nice about it. His patience is gone. He didn't even lose 40 pounds. Only 18 pounds? It's a pathetic effort. Like he's spitting on the doctor's time and his wife's tears. Dr. Now can't believe it. He's so frustrated. So he tells Entreon the harsh truth, breaking through his lies.
Food that belongs to the next 5 years. How in the world do you need a protein shake? What word do you need to take a protein shake for? Who gave you that idea?
It looks like Entreon brought this on himself, digging his own grave. But his wife isn't done yet. Her anger a desperate cry for help. You see, Entreon ate and did so many things he wasn't allowed to do, ignoring every rule, every plea. And that includes eating tons of peanut butter, a childish act, a slap in the face to everyone trying to help him.
There in the book that he must eat peanut butter, I said, I read it. It doesn't say that. And then we started arguing about that, so I was like, okay.
Not your intention? What a terrible excuse. Again, Entreon isn't taking any of this seriously. For some weird reason, he thinks this is just a game, a TV show where he can pretend. But Dr. Now doesn't play games, not when people's lives are on the line. Now, Entreon has one last chance, one final shot, lose 80 pounds in 2 months. Does he finally get it? Does he do it?
Still work on her green card and stuff, so.
All right, well, it is a good thing she's not here to see your result, because instead of losing 80 pounds in 2 months.
The fact that Entreon is still laughing, a hollow, empty sound, and treating all of this like a joke is just maddening. He gained 6 pounds instead of losing 80. That means he didn't even try to stick with the diet, not at all. It's like he's fighting against himself, carelessly risking his own life. And yes, it gets even worse from here.
This go around, and so I don't know, but I did drop the ball, and I know that.
What do you mean you don't know? Is somebody else eating for you, or you eating it for yourself?
No, I'm eating for myself.
It seems that's what Entreon expects to happen, a magic fix with no effort from him. He's basically expecting Dr. Now to help him lose weight, to just fix everything, while he does nothing. It looks like his situation is already hopeless if he keeps acting like this. Will Dr. Now, against all common sense, give him one more chance? Just one?
So if you're telling me you're gonna change, well, hope you see that on the scale next time. So this is your last chance, and I'm gonna give you the same goal, lose 80 pounds.
And that's the hard truth. Plain and simple. Entreon has one last chance, a final hope to hold on to, and he's now been sent to therapy to work on his mind, to fix whatever is making him destroy himself. But if the scale doesn't show results, if he doesn't take this seriously, there's nothing Dr. Now can do. The power is in his hands if he chooses to use it.
At this appointment, I weighed 689 pounds, and my assignment was to lose 80 pounds in 2 months. And if I did that today, I would have been down to 609 pounds.
It's so hard, but also so simple. If he had lost the weight, he would have gotten his surgery. But he didn't. He chose to do nothing. And Dr. Now has given up on helping him. He's done all he can. It seems Entreon just isn't ready yet. Not ready to fight for his life. And that's the saddest part.
But I can't. Because my body is literally falling apart now because I'm so big. And it feels like my legs are just starting to rot. But I've been bedbound.
James's legs are practically rotting beneath him, a horrifying reality. He hasn't left his room in 3 long years, trapped in a decaying prison of his own making. The only way he can do anything at all is if Lisa and his daughter struggle to help him. Even Lisa, his main caregiver, is showing clear signs of exhaustion and resentment. This level of dependence is crushing them all, physically and emotionally.
And it breaks my heart to see that James is trapped in a bed and can't do the things that he loves to do. Okay.
Don't let me down hard.
I'm not. I got you.
It's gotten so bad now that even his friends have to come help him with something as basic as bathing. The entire ordeal is a truly sad and utterly disgusting spectacle. Imagine the humiliation, the sheer physical struggle, and the smell that must permeate everything. This isn't just about weight, it's about a complete loss of dignity and basic human function.
Out of both legs so bad that I have fluid coming out all over.
Sorry.
And every time my legs strain, it's like I'm getting stung by a wasp or something. You hurt my leg? Oh. Ow, my leg!
And after this grueling, insane morning ritual, James finally settles down to the true highlight of his day, his one enormous, glorious breakfast. And it is a sight to behold, a towering mountain of unhealthy food. This meal isn't just sustenance, it's the main event, the only thing he truly looks forward to, marking the sad routine of his existence.
I need it, and he'll get mad, and he'll yell. It makes me angry and sad at the same time. I'm so frustrated.
Put that gravy on my plate with a new biscuit.
James talks about food like it's his deepest, most cherished lover. He absolutely adores the act of putting anything in his mouth. Meat, cheese, gravy, biscuits, soda. Oh, he loves every single bit of it, his eyes lighting up at the mention of each item. But he also claims he wants to get fixed, so he decides to try and see Dr. Now. The contradiction is stark.
Okay, so I've been able to get out of bed?
No, I ain't been out of bed in over 2 years.
So if you're bedbound, then who is your enabler?
Dr. Now immediately grasps that James's case is extremely serious, a life or death situation. Surprisingly, James starts blaming Lisa for bringing him all the food, shifting all responsibility. Dr. Now tells him he needs to lose more weight just to be able to travel to Houston for further treatment. But even that first small step proves incredibly difficult for James.
And the only thing that's gonna make the days enjoyable is to keep eating what I want and as much as I want. because there's no point in trying to stop right now.
Would you like some more?
Yeah.
So that's the harsh truth. James isn't even bothering to try. He's just completely giving up, accepting this grim fate he's created for himself. That seems to be all he wants to do right now, surrender. But he still has to face Doctor. Now he eventually makes the painful journey, but it's an agonizing experience. He's in extreme pain throughout the entire transport.
Doctor, I want you to calm down right now because we're taking care of you, okay? And how are you doing?
Terrible pain. I can't hardly move. I'm hurting so bad.
Okay.
He finally makes it to Dr. Now's office, but the devastating reality is he hasn't lost any weight, not a single pound. Dr. Now tells him the blunt truth. This isn't a game, and there's no magic solution. James needs to actively lose the weight himself, or absolutely nothing will change. It's a stark, painful dose of reality he clearly doesn't want to hear.
And he doesn't look to have lost any weight in the past 4 months. So how is your eating habit coming since I talked to you last time?
Much better.
That's as strong and direct as Dr. Now is ever going to get. Sorry, Lisa, there's nowhere left to hide. If you don't take responsibility and stop actively giving James food, nothing will ever get better for him. Dr. Now is making it perfectly clear her enabling is a direct cause of James's worsening condition. The ball is squarely in her court now.
So why are you doing that?
Because if I don't bring it to him, I will pay hell all the rest of the day.
How the hell is he gonna raise the hell in the bed?
And on it went. The same old arguments playing out. Lisa steadfastly refuses to take any responsibility for her part in James's spiral, which makes Dr. Now absolutely furious. His patience wears thin. Now Dr. Now turns to James and hits him with the really tough questions. Is he the one encouraging Lisa to feed him to death? Is he orchestrating his own demise?
If they don't bring you food, what are you gonna do to her? Scream? Yell?
You usually argue with her?
That's all.
Well, I get mad.
What do you come to Houston for?
For Dr. Now, the problem seems incredibly simple. James needs to make fundamental changes to his life, and Lisa needs to stop bringing him food, plain and simple. But as everyone knows, especially on this show, it's never truly that simple. The emotional ties and food addiction run deep. So, does James actually manage to make any changes at all this time?
Got it. Well, at least maybe that'll take care of your headache.
You gonna give me one little rig, bro?
I gave you 2.
Oh, this stuff is good.
And just like clockwork, they both fall right back into their disastrous old habits. They claim they're only having a cheat day, but James has essentially been on a cheat for the last 3 years of his life. It tragically doesn't look like food will ever be enough for him. His hunger is insatiable, and predictably, he misses his very next appointment with Dr. Now.
All right. I can't know what to do because I am stuck.
Dr. Now is utterly exhausted and frustrated by their endless excuses and lack of progress. So he does something he almost never does. He makes a house call to visit James personally. What he finds when he gets there is absolutely insane. He simply cannot believe his eyes at the level of neglect and enabling he witnesses.
Oh my gosh. No way this is possible. Something is wrong. She's not reading it right or something. Are you sure that's accurate?
On the bed scale.
I can't believe I've gained that much weight.
Dr. Now can immediately see they are both lying straight to his face, but he surprisingly plays along for a moment, letting them dig their own hole. You can feel the tension building, the sense that Dr. Now is about to unleash his full fury and give both of them a massive piece of his mind. And he eventually does, letting them have it with brutal honesty.
Figures out her car, and we pay all the bills we have. So surgery is the last thing we all need to deal with right now.
You rinse them off real quick, okay?
Wow, James has actually gained almost 200 pounds. This is beyond belief, and it's clearly the absolute end of the road for him, with Dr. Now is absolutely not going to allow this self-destruction to continue on his watch. Some people manage to buckle down and lose the weight, while others tragically gain even more. I guess we definitively know where James belongs now.